I enjoy physically writing things down. It helps me to organize my thoughts in a way that I can't do on a cell phone or like through a digital planner. It keeps me grounded, I feel like, and it just helps me, it makes me feel like I'm leaving actual evidence of my life. It's something tangible that I put thoughts and feelings and energy into. So that's one of the main reasons I love to journal. So in this video, I'm just going to show you guys my journal ecosystem, as they're calling it nowadays. So these are just going to be some of the journals that I use on a daily to weekly / monthly basis. So let's get started. I keep all of my journals over here. This is my little desk area. So it may look like a lot, and it might be, it probably is a lot, but I like to have journals for separate things because it just helps me keep things more organized when I know what something is specifically for. And it would definitely be easier to carry around one, or like one of those ones that fits multiple journals in it, but I don't have one of those, and I don't really have an interest in them because I just love having an individual journal for each purpose because they all have their own personality. So to begin, this is just a simple journal. I don't even know where I got this. On the back it says Dale and Roni, yeah. And this is my crochet journal. I just have I freehand a lot of the crochet things I do, but for the things I don't, I've got like patterns that I've printed out, or I will do like the way that I freestyle, like try to freehand something to crochet or knit. So that's the first little journal that I have. This is actually my YouTube planning journal, where I kind of go through and like list some of the YouTube videos that I want to make, or if I know that it's something that is gonna be hard for me to talk about like on the spot, I'll write myself a little script, or I'll take notes about whatever I'm trying to make a video about. And this is actually one of the oldest journals that I have because I got this when I was a kid. And I know because when I was a kid, my favorite color was purple, and like I would not buy this as an adult, but I do love it. But I specifically remember having this, and even the first page, it looks like I tried to make a scrapbook out of it when I first visited New York City, which was my freshman year of high school. So I've had it for a while, and like high school me was probably like, okay, I guess I'll just use this for this. So yeah, this is my YouTube journal. And next up, this is actually a journal that I'm using to write the project that I'm working on right now. It's a literary zine, chapbook, novel type of thing. And I'm handwriting it in here, and I will be posting more about this. I'm just not ready yet. I don't have a title for it, so right now I'm referring to it as Project YZ. So I've just been writing in here. So this is this project, and I can't wait to have all the pages filled out and just have my book in my hands, you know? Next up, this is probably the most important one. This one I use every single day. This is my planner, my daily planner. It's just filled with, I have everything blocked off. Once I block off the month with a paperclip when I'm done with it, but it has just my everyday to-do list. It has a section for the top 3 things that I want to get done in the week, and then a section for other things I want to get done, a section to email, but I don't email anybody, so I just kind of use it to scribble, and then to buy, which I'm kind of trying to stop buying things, so that's also for scribbling. And then I love the random thoughts section because I've been kind of doodling, as I'm trying to practice my doodling for another project that I have coming up that I'm excited to talk about. So there's just little doodles. This was the one that I did last night, and I think it's really cute. It's a little frog, but I try to just do a little doodle here each week. And so this thing is awesome. It really helps me stay on track, and writing a daily to-do list for myself is really helpful. It has a notes section at the end of each month, and then it also has a page, like just a lined page for at the beginning of the month, which is where I write my goals for the month. So I absolutely love this planner, and I can't not have a planner. Like, I tried bullet journaling for a while, but doing the setup overwhelms me a little bit. So for me, it's nice to have something that's already pre-laid out, but spacious enough that I can tweak it and add things myself. Next up, this is kind of like my commonplace journal. This is where I love the way this journal looks. It's so cute, but the paper is not good quality, so my fountain pens bleed right through it. But for this book, for this journal or notebook, I essentially just kind of use it for whatever. I had started taking a course, a free gardening course from the library, and so I have notes from that in here. I also have some like writing, some small writings that I've done from writing prompts with my partner that we do together, fountain pen tests, handwriting practice. I'm currently working on a Monchichi collector's guide video, and I have some notes about that in here that I just happened to write in here because this is the closest notebook I had. I had recently had an interview at Starbucks for a job, so I wrote some like interview prep stuff in here. I did not get the job, spoiler alert. And so yeah, like I literally will just write anything that I need to in here. So this is kind of like the brain rain, not like a junk journal in the sense that people are using it now, but like more of a commonplace journal. This is just where I just write whatever I need to write at the moment in this notebook. So there's that one. So this one is not really a journal, I guess, but this is a ink sampler notebook that I got, where I can sample all of the fountain pen inks that I get. And so I'll have like more fountain pen videos sampling some more inks, hopefully soon. So this is just, you know, for testing out some new inks. Next up, we've got one of my favorite journals. This is my reading journal. I love this cover. I love this notebook. The paper is actually pretty good quality, which is weird because these are both green room notebooks. This mushroom one, my commonplace journal, and this one, they're both green room. So you would think that they would have like kind of the same paper, but this one actually works with my fountain pens a lot better than that one. So I, of course, have like books, a list of books that I want to read, my TBR list. I have something to just track the books that I'm reading throughout the year. And then, of course, I've got reviews reviews / just reflections on the books that I've read. And just like in my planner, I kind of just block them off with a paper clip when I'm done, just because it helps me keep it more organized, to know like, okay, well, these are the books that I've read during this month. These are the books that I've read during this month. It just helps me to stay more organized, I think. And I absolutely love this journal. And I feel like I might finish it before the end of the year. So I'll have to pick another journal off one of my shelves to succeed this one. But I absolutely do love this one. So this one is my reading journal. I use it probably on a weekly basis. Whenever I finish a book, I try to put my entry in as soon as possible, because if I don't, I get backlogged, and then I have to do like 3 journal entries back to back of the books that I read, which kind of defeats the point. because it's supposed to help me retain the information of the books that I read. And I'm actually in that predicament right now because I still have to do like 2 entries, and I'm about to finish 2 other books. So anyway, next up is, and probably last up, is this is my diary journal. I have always been a diary journaler, and I've completed maybe 4 journals since, which doesn't really seem like a lot in a 10-year span. I've been journaling since high school, and every time I finish a journal, I keep it, and 4 journals doesn't seem like a lot for that amount of time, but that's the reality of it, I suppose. I am an on and off journaler, I guess. Because this one I've actually had since 2022, which is crazy. I started this in 2022, still haven't finished it. Typically, I can finish a journal in one year, and so that is weird to me. And I have a goal to finish this by the end of this year so that I can, or sooner. But this is my diary, my journal, where I write my reflections, and I'm trying to start writing in this daily so that I can finally finish this up, because since 2002, that's a really long time, and I do keep all of the journals that I finish. I hope one day to maybe give them to my kids, but I don't know. I'm a mess, kind of. So and that's the reason I originally wanted to give them to them, so that they could see that I'm a real person, you know. Sometimes it's hard for us to see our parents as actual people. And so that was my original thinking, but I also recognize that I am a complex human being with damage, and this is my safe space to vent. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. So I almost forgot, this is my French notebook. This is my, like, where I take notes. So if you like know me at all, then you'll know that I've been studying French for years, and this is a notebook where I kind of just take notes. I translate songs to try to remember the vocabulary. I write lists of vocabulary. I have my 2025 like language study plan. So this is just a guideline of what I should be doing every single month to try to reach C1 by the end of the year, which is my goal. So I just have like different vocabulary. I'll take notes about my meetings with my tutors. I will have, I'll try to like journal from my brain, and then, so if I can't think of the word in French, I'll just write it in English, and that leads me to the next journal, this is kind of like my French diary journal, where I try to journal en français. So after doing a like practice journal entry in here, where I just kind of do it straight from my brain, and so if I don't know the word, I just write it in English, and then I will try to copy it or transfer it over here, and this is where I actually will look up the word to fill it in, so that I'm not writing the English word in here, and then just try to polish it up to put it in here, so that I can learn from the mistakes that I made in my note-taking journal, and then have a more polished version to look back on and still learn while I'm making the entry, if that makes sense. So these are the 2 journals that I'm using right now to practice with my French, and I don't really keep them up here. I keep them up here on my shelf of French materials that I have to learn with. So that's why I almost forgot about them. These are the main journals and notebooks that I use throughout the days / weeks / months, and I just keep them here on my desk. This is a little like kind of note taking thing that I got from, I think, like Walmart or something. I thought it was cute, and the paper quality is really good, actually. It works really well with my fountain pens to take notes and make lists. I just don't like the color, but it's really helpful. So I just keep my journals and notebooks right over here so that everything is nice and easily accessible for when I need it. So that's all for my journals and notebooks that I have, my journaling ecosystem. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. And I will catch you later. Bye!